Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, the T, and I'm here to bring you your weather exactly how you want it, baby. Yep, I'm like Burger King, except my shakes are better. I don't even know what that means. And no, I don't want to imply that I give milkshakes, like that one song. Crap, I'm already going off the rails, and I was trying to be all professional. Anyway, our moving volcano signal that kind of looks like sunspots is headed west, as most of the storm systems are headed east. We've got precipitation coming into the upper northwest Pacific. We got our upper level low spinning slow over the high northeast, and then we got a whole lot of moisture coming in up through Texas. And so, let's get into it. All right, yeah, so here's our situation right now. Here's the moisture on Earth. And as you can see, out of all the moisture there's a lot of it. And right now, the United States is not getting the brunt. Although the UK and Europe have been getting storm after storm after storm, wave after wave after wave. And it looks like that pattern is going to continue. And if you think it's bad, just know that a lot of it is being broken off and sucked up north. So it could be a whole lot worse. That's always life. No matter how bad you think it is, it can definitely always get worse. And so hopefully the worst of this storm is over for San Francisco, as the moisture trail is lagging off, but you have a lot more moisture coming in for Oregon, Washington, possibly the parts of Northern California. I mean, you guys are going to get slammed over the next 2 weeks pretty hard. You got the snow weenies in a tiff over where the snow will be, how much will fall, who promised how many inches. And I can't tell if Katya's getting wet or she's out dancing, making snow angels in the New York streets. But I wonder, are you wearing snow boots, Katya, or are you wearing rain boots? Maybe you're inside sipping a hot cup of coffee. We have Comet 46P Wirtanen passing by. A lot of you have been cool enough to tell me that you have seen it. It's nowhere near as bright as a star, and technically it's not that impressive, but, you know, I don't know, man. Maybe the day we get the comet that everybody can see and is super impressive, it'll be doomy. So, you know, life, it's give and take. And we're looking at our wind situation, wind gusts. As you can see, it's extremely windy in both the Atlantic and the Pacific. What is going on with our atmosphere? Who knows? And right now, my prediction of a 7.0 earthquake ends at midnight tonight, which is in 5 hours. And it looks like I'm going to miss it because the biggest we had in my time window was a 6.1. But we did have like 6 major volcano eruptions in Indonesia, Japan, Italy, Mexico, Guatemala. I'm forgetting one or two. Oh, Vanuatu. And so that might have released pressure, as someone noted. But if you want to take away my super report card and downgrade me from amazingly awesome, just really, 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 really good, I understand. And now we're going to take a look at the precipitation over the next 48 hours. As you can see, you'll have a constant stream of moisture still coming through California, Oregon, Washington, up into Vancouver and BC. And then that moisture I was talking about, you have 2 streams coming in, one from the Pacific down here and then one from up here. And so I think the models are underselling the amount of rain us Texans will be getting in the next 48 hours, but that's what I'm here for. So I think it's going to get wetter than advertised. So just be prepared for that. Now let us do a rundown of the Twitter feed, because Weather Twitter is the best place for your up-to-the-date, up-to-the-minute updates. Alan Weather at New York, AW little X, NYC. A baby monster arm storm developing right now, double eyes, and it will falling star over Nova Scotia tomorrow. That's weird. Yeah, it's a crazy looking that whatever this upper level low is, man. It's been pretty wild, pretty crazy. The king of weather Twitter, or the lord of the snow weenies, Cranky Weather Guy. His blog I always leave linked for you in the information box for my weather videos because he is the master. As per interior accumulations, the heavier snow pocket continues to emerge and will drive towards the main coast. It will expand as the dynamic cooling process combines with continued advance and entertainment of mid-level cold air. And so, yeah, you got a big battle going on between freezing and almost freezing. So will you get snow? Will you get ice? Who knows? And there are some heavier bands that are trailing. And over the last few days, this storm has brought some records to place for single rainfall in one day. Got you somewhere in there. Okay. Cranky Weather Guy. Again, our low continues to move along, coupled with convergent wind zones. The lead windy breeze component we know of, a couple mid-40s here in southwest Plymouth, Maine, at times, and perhaps a little departing streamer setting up over New Jersey. So you're either going to get windy, breezy, or windy, depending on this low. And nobody minds getting blown unless it's too stiff. Oh no. Ben Knoll, some backlash. Precipitation is falling as a mix of snow, sleet, and rain across eastern Orange County and Dutchess County. Circled. If you have any messy road or sidewalk reports, send pics. Cranky Weather Guy again. Heavier precipitation likely, overcoming marginal environment in the tail. Ooh, mixed snow likely as long as the precipitation rate keeps up. High elevation snow, more lowland rain with some brushes. Strong winds are all on the table as 4 storms target BC over the next week. That's 4 storms targeting British Columbia over the next week. So yeah, it is about to get really rainy. Not only there, but for parts of Washington, Oregon, and possibly California. Rob Mayeda. The last 3 hours of the Bay Area rainy weather on Storm Ranger. And so they've been getting some pretty decent bands. I don't see many reports of mudslides or major floods, though, but we will keep our eye out. And if there are any major surges in the wind temperature, I will let you guys know. Wind temperature? What does that even mean? I guess I got thrown off by Chihuahua. Because as soon as I read Chihuahua, I started thinking of a little dog that was barking at me profusely. Although Chihuahuas are cute. They just bark at people taller than them, which is like everybody. A polar vaguada will be located on the northwest of the country and in interaction with a strong pulse of the jet stream. Hello, Selena. You are beautiful. And the possible development of a new cold core vortex over the southwestern USA could give rise to that. It's the season. What the heck? No. Don't do that. Tercera tormental interval of the season. And so the yellow is wind. And so it could get windy in the yellowy areas. It looks like our high pressure is starting to grow back. Allen weather again. Rain or snow. We have a beautiful little coastal storm developing right now. It's so cute. And look at that tail. The always wonderful Dakota Smith weather deck storm system ramping up over the last 3 days. Now let's watch this together, because this thing has been amazing. I mean, it's moving like it's a little planet or something. Maybe it's like Nibiru's little buddy. But, you know, just in like a mean sea level pressure form. Anyways, mesmerizing. Cranky Weather Guy again, probably looking at something like this wind-wise. I have to think about some lower 50-mile-per-hour speeds out there. The rest in the low mid-40s at times. Pretty good convergent wedge developing. Low itself will continue northeast. And so if there are any major changes, we'll let you know. But you are going to get some windy speeds up the northeast coast. Cape Ann weather. 2 hours of east gusts and low 30 wind speeds, along with some heavy rain. This ain't our first rodeo. Really cool look at mountain ranges' influence on atmospheric flow. Yeah, dude. The atmosphere is an amazing, wild, creative, awe-struckening thing. We can easily see the eastward press coming now from the Great Lakes. Low-level jet is starting to crank a bit over southern eastern New England. This is an impressive-looking system. And yeah, just on a visual level, this system itself has been pretty wild. Wow, jaw-dropping. All right, and so I said to Cranky, hey, dude, it's a work of art, because we have our storm right here, and that is for the 21st of December, which is 5 days away. And that thing looks like a big major storm. It is the combination of the two, the Pacific Stream and then the South Pacific Stream, combining will add a whole lot of moisture into the area. As Cranky said, he pretty much discussed, the water vapor sleuth comes to life. Another heavy soaking rain event next weekend. Going to start to dig deeper on that one tomorrow. Because Cranky's saying is on to the next. And so now that the storm is moving out, you get this moisture stream and then this moisture stream all combining to create a really major, nasty mega thing. From the boredom department, how to get a surprise in 8 days. Probably not. Probably just a clipper up north, which may prove decent in its own right. Worth tracking, however. Features reach the West Coast in 4 days. And so, if they all combine up, it could be a pretty nasty event. And Eric Fisher, the donut appearance is the melting layer where snowflakes are meeting their demise several thousand feet up. An overnight flip eventually across the interior but marginal temps equals limited accumulation with some greasy roads. And somehow that tweet made me want a big hamburger. Hey, Skywatchers, it's a good time trying to catch Comet 46P Wirtanen. We'll make one of its 10 closest comet flybys in the past 70 years. You may even see it without a telescope. But I hear it's not that impressive. But it's still kind of neat to see. So you can say, like, yeah, I saw it back in the day. I think by talking about finding a date for a comet, jinxes myself. Anyway, here, this is on the 29th, the end. It looks like Southern California could get a bit of a storm. I'll let this baby roll through. Right now, it looks like no major Christmas storm for anybody, except for possibly California. That would be rain, except for in Nevada and the mountainous areas, that would be snow. But as you can see, we're watching the 4 storms that are coming in, which will bring continual rain to the upper northwest. And look at that giant atmospheric river. And at times, models seem to underplay things until we get to the actual event. I'm going to go over here to total accumulated precipitation. And boom. And so, yeah, that area is going to get the brunt of the 4 storms. From the very north of California all the way through up into Canada, possibly even to Alaska. Sound good? That sounds great. There's that major storm that I was talking to the Crankster about. Can I call you Crankster Crank? I'm sure I can. He's super cool. And so watch the storm that blasts. I mean, England's about to get hit with 4, 5, 2 storms. There's like 2.5, 3 there. 4. And that's in like a week. And then you got a non-hurricane looking thing coming up. Yeah. The UK and Canada, Pacific Northwest are going to be the wettest, though the usual areas will probably get hit with another major storm next weekend. And so let's look at your Christmas Day. This is the FSSGG3. I don't even know what I just said. There's my birthday, the 19th. Looks like I'll get some happy rain. Looks like we're going to be getting major rain into Florida, possibly up the coast. This is that storm I'm talking about. And then it starts to spin. That's not good. and then it will move out, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty nasty storm. And then we get into the Christmas area where everybody's traveling. Looks like pretty decent travel, although it's still a week out, 9 days, so everything can and will change probably. As you can see, right on Christmas Day, the only people that might be getting snow, from the looks of this, would be all you folks up here. And then some of you folks down there. You know, so the normal snow areas where snow is regular during this time of year. And then wow, did you see that? It was like, it was like getting all championing and then just stops suddenly in place. And then it decides to meet up with the major storm. So yeah, in the next 2 weeks, we have the main area, or this part of the United States has probably 2 or 3 big storms, while the other areas have 4 to 5. So, looks like we'll get a little break this week into the weekend, and then we got another major storm coming. At the moment, as that storm moves out, we have 128 rivers in flooding. Okay? And so that is 5 major flooding, 14 moderate, and 109 minor. But it's a pretty large area that seems to be interconnected. And as you can see, Texas is not fully come down for when that storm passed over. And so that storm dropped a whole lot of rain. And then here, getting close to the end of my weather thingy, where I give you the weather, and just look at these, the shapes, they're all interconnected. It's so crazy. And this jet, I mean, it's still doing the jet thing, even though it's out in the middle of the ocean. So for all the people, so yeah, England, you guys are going to be getting a whole lot of rain. I guess we'll be looking for more floody stories. In Texas, expect more rain to come our way in the near future. And then there's an overall look. You know, this system, as long as it stays off, won't cause major troubles, but we'll keep watching it because it's over the next 7 days. But definitely from here to here, and then up into Canada, you guys are going to have some major troubles. So, thank you for staying with me, hanging in there. And if you do want to support, contribute, donate to Thor News to keep everything up and running and to make sure I have a decent birthday and Christmas, that would be fantastic because I've given it my all to this channel and you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean the people, the animals, and the planet itself for the last 6 years. And so, I don't know. It'd be cool, man. You know, sometimes it'd be nice to get rewarded for being awesome, but it's 2018. It seems like most of the jerks and dickheads get all the rewards. So if you're like me, then I understand. Man, 2018 was a rough year, but I'm glad we made it, and I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And I'll talk to you soon in the very near future. Sound good? All right, ready? Break.